Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Afternoon, ma'am.
All had your lunch?
Yes, ma'am. Just now.
Yes, now.
Yes.
So late. It's going to be 2:30, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Vishal told who said just now?
Ma'am,
Anyways, okay. Anyways, you took no lunch. Okay. Now don't sleep. Okay, because once your stomach is full and the fan is over there or AC is working.
Ma'am, I will not sleep after.
No, normally you don't sleep, but you are listening to some class with a very cool weather inside. Means you have switched on your fan or AC, and class is not. You are not interested in the class. Then fuel to fire, so you will feel sleepy. Okay, so I don't expect you will feel sleepy because I'm going to ask you questions in between.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyways, okay, let us come to the topic. So we completed the different components of a cell like nucleus, cytoplasm, and cell membrane. Am I right? So who is going to tell me what is meant by cytoplasm?
Ma'am,
Now,
ma'am, it is jelly-like substance present between the nucleus and the cell membrane.
excellent. And what about nucleus? What did we learn about nucleus, Krishnaveni? We learned many points about nucleus. Give me a few points.
It is spherical in shape and
Yes.
located at the center of the
Very good. One more point.
Ma'am,
What about the covering of the nucleus? It's covered by what?
ma'am, no.
Any membrane? Wait, Krishnaveni, any membrane is covering?
Ma'am, cell membrane.
Cell membrane covers nucleus. Cell membrane has got some other work. Just
Nucleus
cover
envelope.
nuclear envelope or nuclear membrane. Cell membrane will cover the cell, and nuclear envelope or nuclear membrane will cover the nucleus. Vishal, give me a few more points. What is special about the nuclear membrane?
Ma'am, it is porous and helps in the movement of materials between the cytoplasm.
Not reading, no? You're saying, you're recollecting.
Yes,
and saying,
ma'am.
yes. So it will help in the exchange. These pores will help in the exchange of materials between the nucleus and cytoplasm. And inside the nucleus, some thread-like structures are there. What do you call them? Gobi, what do you call the thread-like structures inside the nucleus? Ah, what fibers? What fibers do we call them? Who is going to tell?
Ma'am,
Yes, Prarthana.
chromatic fibers.
Chromatin fibers. What are they, Gobi?
Chromatic fibers.
Will it change to some other structure afterwards? This chromatin fibers, will they make some changes in its structure at the time of cell division?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Into chromosomes.
Very good. They'll get. So what I understood is Gobi has not read previous day's portion. Am I right, Gobi? I didn't expect this from you. So the chromatin fibers will get condensed and they form what do you call as chromosomes. What are present on chromosomes? Chromosomes carry. Wait, let me ask someone else. Jeevan, chromosomes carry. What do they carry? Huh?
Ma'am, he's saying something but too low.
Speak loudly, Jeevan.
Ma'am,
What do they
DNA.
carry? Genes. Very good. They carry genes. And what is the function of the chromosome? They carry genes and help in? Jeevan, they help in what? Simply, for decoration, we are carrying chromosomes in our cells. Do they perform any function? Shangiri, what is the function of these genes or chromosomes?
Ma'am, it carry the inheritance of parents' DNA.
You are saying some words. I have to make it into a sentence. Like in English, you get a puzzle, no? Using these words, make a sentence.
Rearrange
Shangiri,
the words.
try again. Try again.
Rearrange the words.
Rearrange the words to form a meaningful sentence. Yes, Shangiri.
Ma'am, it carry the characters of parents.
It will help in the inheritance of characters from parents to offspring. So parents to children. And chromosomes are made up of two substances. And Leah, chromosomes are made of
DNA and proteins.
DNA and proteins. Very good. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid. So a
Ma'am,
few,
should we learn the definition of DNA?
no need. You means the expansion of the term.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That no need. In 9th standard only you need to learn, but it's an extra information. Okay, it's
Ma'am,
better.
so in MCQ and all of
No.
what
In
is
MC, it
deox?
won't. No, what is there in the text only will be asked. Is it mentioned in the textbook? No, na?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So take it as an extra information. It will be useful for in higher classes.
Okay, ma'am.
You're familiar with the term DNA. You should know. Like
Ma'am.
in yes.
Ma'am,
Yes,
if
Fra-
written exam is coming, we will have to write DNA, then in
No.
bracket.
See, I might say so many things other than what is there in the textbook. That is to supplement what is given in the textbook. Sometimes, if I explain only what is given in the textbook, the concept won't be clear. So we might, all the teachers might supplement, like they'll add some more points. But for the exam purpose, you need to learn only what is there in the textbook.
Okay. Okay.
But all these extra information will help you to understand the points given in the textbook much better. Okay. So this figure will make you understand how is a cell, nucleus, chromosome, DNA, all these are related. You know already, but I'll just explain it once again. See, inside the cell, this is a cell. Inside the cell, there is a nucleus. So this is the nucleus. Inside the cell, there is nucleus. Inside this nucleus portion is enlarged. Inside the nucleus, you can see chromosomes. This is the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, see, here the nucleus is shown here. Here you can see enlarged view of the nucleus. And inside the nucleus, chromosomes. And chromosomes are made up of DNA. And a piece of DNA, a portion of DNA, you can call it as gene. So this is gene. And DNA, here the picture is shown. So DNA is like a spirally twisted ladder. It looks like this. In higher classes, you will learn in detail about its structure. So DNA, a segment of DNA, you call it as a gene. So inside the cell, nucleus. Inside the nucleus, chromosomes. And chromosomes are made up of DNA and proteins. A portion of DNA is known as gene.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, we know some people used to say that DNAs of parents and children are connected. How are they? How is that?
I'll tell you. Let me complete this. Genes are the functional segments of DNA. They are the units of inheritance in living organism. They are the units of inheritance in living organism. It is through the genes that the characters are inherited from the parents to the offsprings. So genes will carry the hereditary characters from the parents to the offsprings. Okay. Now Shivanya, once again you tell me your doubt.
Ma'am, parents and children, their DNA is connected, right?
They are
Ma'am, so how
related.
is that?
See, how is a child formed? From a zygote. Yes,
Yes,
we are multicellular organisms, but we have started our life from a single cell, that is zygote. Every individual, we all have formed from a single cell. That single cell, you call it a zygote. You know, you have heard about zygote?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So from the single cell, that is zygote, division takes place. It will divide and form more and more cells. And what is formed is an embryo. Zygote will form an embryo. Embryo, with respect to human beings, I'm saying, embryo will gradually change into fetus. In embryo, body parts we can't make out. Zygote is single cell. Zygote will divide and form a mass of cells. You call it as embryo. Embryo, the body parts cannot be distinguished. But then it slowly changes into fetus, where you can distinguish the different body parts. And finally, the fetus will be fully formed and the mother will deliver the baby. And how is this zygote formed? Zygote is formed when the male and female gametes fuse. Our next chapter is about reproduction. So in that, you will be learning in detail. So zygote is formed by the fusion of male and female gamete. Male gamete from father fuses with female gamete from mother and zygote is formed. So gamete means they will be having the DNA, the genetic material from father will combine with the genetic material from the mother during fertilization. And that is how a child is born. So they will have some features of father and some features of mother. So definitely their DNA will be matching. Yes, no, Shivanya? So more about that next chapter I will explain. So in reproduction chapter, you're going to learn in detail. Okay, Shivanya? Because you just now, for the time being, you understand that zygote from where we all have formed is by the fusion of a male gamete and female gamete. Male gamete from father, female gamete from mother. Since they fuse together to form the zygote, we are having characters of parents and means father and mother. Okay. So more you will be learning in our next chapter.
And can you show the previous slide?
Yes, I will. Wait a minute. Let me complete this. I will show you.
Ma'am,
Oh,
Midun told he has some connective issue, so he can't come to the class.
who? Midun. Okay, okay,
Midun.
okay. Genes are the functional segments of DNA. Genes are the functional segments of DNA. They are the units of inheritance. So if it is asked for objective type questions, name the units of inheritance, you need to write genes. Which are the units of inheritance? Genes are the units of inheritance. What are genes? They are the functional segments of DNA. And now you need to know about some new terms or a difference between some rhyming words. Protoplasm, cytoplasm. You have learned about cytoplasm. Now a new term, that is protoplasm. Let's see how is protoplasm different from cytoplasm. So protoplasm means nucleus and cytoplasm. Together we call it as protoplasm. So which means the entire content, inside the cell, nucleus and cytoplasm is present. So the entire content of the cell, you can call it as protoplasm. Maybe for your exam, it can be asked, distinguish between cytoplasm and protoplasm. Cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance present between nucleus and cell membrane. So though the blue color, what you see in this blue color here, it is cytoplasm. Whereas the entire contents of the cell, the living substance of the cell comprising of nucleus and cytoplasm together forms protoplasm. The entire content of a living cell is protoplasm. It includes cytoplasm and nucleus. We can even call it as the living component of the cell, the living substance of the cell. So protoplasm is equal to cytoplasm plus nucleus. But cytoplasm is the jelly-like substance which is present between the nucleus and cell membrane. Cytoplasm doesn't include nucleus, but protoplasm includes both cytoplasm and nucleus. Clear? Is that clear? Okay. It can be asked, distinguish between protoplasm and cytoplasm. Protoplasm is the living substance of the cell. It includes nucleus and cytoplasm. Protoplasm includes nucleus and cytoplasm, or else you can say nucleus and cytoplasm together form protoplasm. What we have covered, hope it is clear. Now
Ma'am,
we
can
are...
you show that last slide?
Okay. Someone asked me to show, was that Vishal? You wanted to see one slide, no? Which one was that? This slide, Vishal? Is this the one? Oh,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
okay. Same points are given in the next slide. Okay. Same thing is given in the next slide. Genes are the
Okay, ma'am.
same thing. Functional segments of DNA, units of inheritance. Protoplasm is the entire content. It includes cytoplasm and nucleus. It's a living substance of the cell. Okay. Now we are moving on to the next very, very important topic in your textbook. It is given in boxes, yellow boxes. But since it is very important, we will include that also. prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. You're going to learn about the differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. And prokaryotic cells, we find them in bacteria, then blue-green algae. Blue-green algae is also a type of bacteria. So in such organisms only you will find prokaryotic cells. Whereas eukaryotic cells are found in all plants and animals, all higher plants and animals, you can find eukaryotic cells. Now, let's learn what is the difference, basic difference. So many differences, 4 differences are given. What the main difference I will tell you in normally in, wait. So here I will draw it. See, in a cell, in a cell, we have the nucleus, isn't it? So nucleus is present, and how this is cytoplasm. Just imagine this is cytoplasm and this is nucleus. And how this nucleus we can make out this is nucleus? Because it's having a membrane. This membrane will separate the nucleus from the cytoplasm. It is because of this membrane that we can distinguish nucleus from the cytoplasm. A well-defined nuclear membrane is present. But in some organisms, they do not have this nuclear membrane. They just have some genetic material, but no nuclear membrane. Okay, so when nuclear membrane is absent, so in like this, when nuclear membrane is absent, you can call such cells as prokaryotic cells. Prokaryotic. Karyon means nucleus. Karyon, the word meaning is nucleus. Karyon. Karyon means nucleus. Prokaryotic means this one is an example for prokaryotic cell. There is no membrane surrounding the nucleus. But in eukaryotic cells, there will be a well-defined nuclear membrane. So when nuclear membrane is present, you will call it as eukaryotic cells. So that is the main difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Got it? The main difference between eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells is that in prokaryotic cells, there won't be any nuclear membrane. But in eukaryotic cells, there will be a well-defined nuclear membrane. As you can see in the picture, here you see, here there is no membrane, just the genetic material. You can see DNA over there, but no covering. But in the second case, there is a proper membrane covering the nucleus. So let's see the points one by one. Prokaryotic and eukaryotic. I've given it in table format.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, that purple color is DNA.
Where inside?
Yes, ma'am.
Which one? First figure or second figure?
Ma'am, first figure.
First figure, DNA. Depending
ma'am.
upon the organism, it can be RNA, DNA, genetic material. Here it is DNA. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
One by one, let's see the points. First, size. How do they differ? Prokaryotic cells, they'll be small in size. The dimensions you need not know. Okay. Just know that they are small in size. So there it is given 1 to 10 μm. Forget about the values. You don't have to learn the values. Size is small. Here the size is large. Okay. First difference. Prokaryotic cells, small. Eukaryotic cells, large in size. Point number 2. Nuclear region is poorly defined. No nuclear membrane. So we don't call it as a nucleus because no membrane. So instead we will call it as nucleoid. No nuclear membrane, poorly defined nuclear region. We call it as nucleoid. Whereas in eukaryotic cells, well-defined nuclear region, they have a nuclear membrane. Point number 3. Here there is only a single chromosome. Here, many chromosomes, more than one chromosome. Then, point number 4, membrane-bound cell organelles. I mentioned about cell organelles in cytoplasm. When we discussed about cytoplasm, I told no, scattered in the cytoplasm, so many cell organelles are there, which are covered by membrane, like mitochondria. Hope you remember with that what we said, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes. So those have a membrane. The cell organelles have a membrane covering in eukaryotic cells, but such organelles are absent in prokaryotic cells. Okay, we are made up of eukaryotic cells. Bacteria is made up of prokaryotic cells. So here the membrane bound organelles are present. So once again, we will summarize the differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Point number 1. Prokaryotic cells small in size, eukaryotic cells large in size. Point number 2, poorly defined nuclear region, you call it as nucleoid, no nuclear membrane. Here nuclear region well defined, nuclear membrane is present. You don't have to say it in the same sentences. You can present it in your own words with all the necessary terms. Like you cannot skip nuclear membrane, poorly defined, well defined, nucleoid. Such terms you should include, and rest you can modify the sentence. Then here only one chromosome, more than one chromosome. Here membrane bound, membrane covering is there for the cell organelles. Here no such membrane bound organelles are found. Okay?
Ma'am,
And
ma'am, in that prokaryote, we in that picture, cell wall is there, right?
bacteria is having cell wall. I told no, and bacteria also have cell wall. Bacteria comes under a different kingdom. We have 5 kingdoms. Okay?
Okay.
Since you asked, I'm saying plant kingdom, animal kingdom. Only those 2 you know. But apart from that, 3 more kingdoms are there. Monera, you don't have to learn. Since you asked, I'm saying Monera, Protista, fungi. And bacteria belongs to Monera. It's not an animal. It doesn't come under animal kingdom. It comes under a different kingdom, Monera. Okay, and they have, some of them have cell wall. So don't get confused seeing the cell wall in bacteria. So they are, some of them are having chlorophyll also. They can carry out photosynthesis. Okay, but it's a different kingdom. We have 5 kingdoms: plant kingdom, animal kingdom, then fungi comes under, fungi, you know, like mushroom,
Yes,
molds, they come under one kingdom. Then bacteria comes under Monera, protozoans and certain other organisms come under Protista. In class 9 you will learn. Okay, class 9 you will learn it in detail. Is that clear? If I ask you, you will be able to list out all the differences?
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Okay, okay. Quickly tell me the points. Who is going to start?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, prokaryotic, it is generally small.
Yes.
Eukaryotic, it is generally large.
Good. Then, next point.
Ma'am,
Yes, Shivanya.
ma'am, the nuclear region is in ma'am, that name.
Poorly defined.
Okay.
Poorly defined. That means
No,
what?
ma'am,
Yeah,
that
what is
cell
absent?
name. Ma'am, that cell name
Prokaryotic.
prokaryotic, ma'am, in that the nuclear region is poorly defined.
What is absent, Shivanya, there?
Nuclear membrane.
And what do you call that poorly defined nuclear region?
Nucleoid.
Very good. And what about
Ma'am.
eukaryotic cells?
Eukaryotic nuclear region is well defined and nuclear membrane is present.
Very good. And next point,
Ma'am,
Dion.
ma'am.
Yes, Jeevan.
In prokaryotic, there are only a single cell, single chromosome. In
There is only single chromosome.
achromatic, when that happens.
We need to clean your tongue properly, no? Difficult terms. Okay, correct, Chil.
Ma'am, in the other one, there are so many chromosomes.
Yes, good, good. Okay. So many confusing terms are there, no, Jeevan? Chromosomes, no? Chromosomes, nucleoid, nuclear membrane, gene, what all difficult terms. Okay, last point. Last point. Adnan, can you tell me the last point?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell.
Membrane bound
Cell organelles, membrane bound cell organelles are
absent.
where? Prokaryotic. Prokaryotic.
Ma'am, that
Caryon is
karyotic, that part is
Prokaryotic cell.
Till pro we will get after that.
so
only.
carry, think the word,
Karyotic.
see, remember the word carrying. Prokaryotic. Okay.
Okay.
Then tell me prokaryotic.
prokaryotic.
Prokaryotic cell.
Then whereas in eukaryotic cells,
Membrane bound cell organs are present.
organelles are present. Good. So we'll wind up. So thank
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
children. See you next
Thank
class.
you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.